Detached bottle caps. Are they worth it?
No.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's
We
it.
can add that to
That's
the
a
list if you want.
Excellent point, Jack.
Oh, we've already done it actually.
Yeah, we have.
There you go.
I think the conclusion is
No.
Have we got a worth it for this week? Is it worth it? What's been happening in the news? Anything? Anyway, welcome.
Hello!
Redline Anytime, episode 26.
That's a big in that, you know. We are past the
If we
halfway
did
point.
this
of
every
it.
week, that would be 6 months, except there has been a few times where we've not done it every week. But we're
Flies everywhere.
doing well.
Yeah,
Doing really, really well.
Black midgets, they're looking for the wine, mate. That's what
What did you say?
Black midgets.
You didn't say black midgets.
I did, yeah.
It's a category, that, isn't it?
It's pretty niche, mate.
Am I allowed to say that, no?
It died.
But that's exactly what
Like
they are.
fruit flies, aren't they? Wine flies. Anyway, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us. Does anybody want to do it? Like, are you sure you don't want to drive in this week's show?
Okay, give me that. Go on.
Okay.
In this week's
In
show.
this week's show. Do you want the pen? No, do you tap it as well?
I do, but I'm in.
Can you control yourself?
He's in
Yeah.
host mode.
This week we have Sports Desk. Why isn't it working still? Zip World. Anytime. And what else we got? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love
New bikes.
New bikes.
New bikes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so let's start off. Why isn't it working? It technically is. It's just not back from the shop. I still don't know where it is.
So,
Yeah, car's still working.
Guys, sweet, man.
yeah.
Are you
Took-
working?
Sweet,
Took
isn't
the
it?
bike out for a ride. Yeah, it seems to be working.
All working.
all working.
All working. There you go. Quick one done.
Even Noel's still working. Went out for a little ride with Noel.
Yeah. His bike's still working.
Little ride turned out to be like 20 odd miles, 23,
Yeah.
24 miles.
So I
One
looked
bar
at the
of
Strava
battery.
and it was literally like Liverpool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cool ride, man. Cool
Everywhere.
ride. So, like, having not ridden the bike for a while, dude, fair play. But just messaged him before, like, how achy are you feeling? He's like,
Sound, you know.
not too bad, you know.
You get it?
So we'll do that again. It's good fun, man. Good to see you.
Absolutely.
Don't come that back.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Well, actually, I think we're going to actually, like, go out of our way to get him
Possible
on
future
the show
guest.
for next
Possible
week.
future
Yeah.
guest.
For next week,
Yeah.
Maybe we can get him to fill in for Neil when you go on your
Can
holidays.
do it.
That's true. Yeah.
We disguise him as you.
You can sit on. You can sit on the little step. But yeah.
That's how we're going to disguise him.
Yeah. Moving on. Sports Desk.
Dan,
What do we got?
Yeah, last week's UFC. Sean O'Malley versus Merab.
it's like yesterday's weather, innit? Then?
Sean O'Malley took the loss. Not too happy about it. Merab basically just hugged him for 5 rounds.
Yeah, hugged him.
Yeah, basically just hugged him. He was like
Ground control.
facing the camera. He had him, and I think it was in a guillotine. He was like kissing his back.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
to
except
cover and
when he
everything.
Full on
jumped
mocking.
up and went for
Went
him.
for
Yeah,
him.
well, the time, the round wasn't ended, so
Right.
Merab got off more cocky. So Sean O'Malley just got up and
So
went to dig him.
why did he get up then? It's just
Fuming.
Just-
no, I mean the guy kissing him. Why did he let go? And
round ended the thing.
oh, did it?
It
Oh,
didn't.
right.
No, there was like a couple
It
seconds
wasn't?
left. Couple
Oh, right.
seconds left.
Right.
And mean on the clock, and then O'Malley gets him in the back of the head, and then they separated.
Yeah,
then the round
Right.
ended.
Okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, that
I
was.
did see that clip. Oh, he was like pecking him on the back of the head. wasn't he? And he was like,
It was
It's
just
like that we're going to do doing all the capoeira, like jumping around and somersaults and everything. The bloke just stuck that way
just
too.
like,
yeah, I've seen that.
Whack!
Ridiculous.
That was like
because he was completely showing off what he was doing.
Yeah, it was
everything.
like that.
He's just
Oh,
standing there
yeah,
waiting
yeah.
for him, and then just
Ready to
One
fight.
punch like that.
Doing everything to avoid it. Yeah. But yeah, so UFC. Got a good one coming up on the 26th, is it? When we go out that night.
Is it?
Yeah. Who's it?
Max Holloway versus Ilya Taporia.
Is that this month?
October.
Next month?
Oh, okay.
It's a
Yeah.
belter.
But yeah, so that's coming up. So stay tuned for our opinions.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, F1.
F1.
Yeah, let's talk about an F1. McLaren are now officially leading the
They're
Constructors'
leading
World
Oh,
Championship.
yeah.
constructors, yes.
Stole that.
They're
Absolutely
leading the
stole
constructors.
that.
And the other thing for me was what's the new rookie Williams driver finished the race in
No,
7th and 8th. No, it was Colapinto,
Yeah,
Franco Colapinto,
right.
and Daniel Albon. So like 7th and 8th. I was like that. Oh my god! Like
That's
Logan
really
Sargent, it's just like that. Okay, so he put someone else in the car, and he's literally right behind his teammate. You know what I mean?
It's clearly not the
But
car.
all through practice as well, he was giving Albon a run for his money. I reckon those two will now push and get I think they're both getting everything out of that Williams. But like honestly, the race Baku. Did you watch the race?
No.
I only saw some
seen
of
a bit,
it.
I kept up with the online results.
What a race!
I saw the
I could hear you downstairs going, being very vocal about it, and
It was
everything.
like,
It was like, yeah,
Leclerc just like following. I mean, to be fair, he had the faster car, and he'll have had DRS on the longest straight in the game, like, and he didn't once he got round once enough, but then like he went past him again. I think it was pit stops or something like that. But at no point, Oscar was just driving such a smart race where he was deploying his battery to get the advantage, to open up too much of a gap for Leclerc to close under DRS, and he did it lap after lap after lap, to the point where a couple from the end, Leclerc got on the radio and was like, "My tyres are gone," and he'd been like that all the way, lap after lap after lap. It was absolutely brilliant for someone in his second year in Formula One. It's like soaking up that pressure for that long and having some in his pocket. Do you know what I mean? For still being able to put in a quick one in now and again.
Oh yeah.
Whereas his teammate seems to be folding a little bit, choking a little bit. I mean, it was on the weekend that McLaren sort of did a press release that they will now, in a 50-50 situation, they will back the driver that's their lead driver in the drivers' championship as long as he doesn't compromise the constructors. So I think Lando's kind of gone, "I'm the number one driver." He's got like a little bit of a on about a little bit petulant, particularly after the whole not giving the place back a couple of races ago. Whereas Oscar's just gone like that. Right, sound. So as long as it's not a 50-50, it's never not going to go my way. So I'll just drive better on it.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean? And just don't give the team a 50-50. Because if you look at the points scored in the last like 6 races, Piastri's like at the top by a country mile. He's almost got twice the points of Verstappen in the last 6 races.
That's right.
And then like everybody else behind him, but he's just ice cool. And he's like, his demeanour is just like, right, well, you know.
It's a pure consistency from him.
If you look at
that's what it is.
If you look at his progression from his first year, making some rookie mistakes fast, you know, deferent to his teammate, always played the team game. This year, it's like, well, that's how we started, but I've won a couple. It's like, I've figured this shit out now. So it's like a really straight line. So if in his third year, and you would imagine that it takes a few years to plateau out, you know what I mean? If he continues to progress, because it's exponential, you progress more in the early parts of your career, and it's finesse after that, isn't it? So like, he's still on that very steep upward curve, whereas Lando's kind of been around. You know what I mean? It's like, if Lando doesn't show him the door this year and be the lead McLaren driver, start of next season, Zach Brown's going to have to be sat there between and going, well, listen, right, we've not got a number one driver. You have equal status in the team. Do you know what I mean? And that, I think, will crumble. I don't think his ego can take it.
That's what it should be, especially with them two drivers, especially with drivers like that. And Piastri's on his way up, man. He's going to go past.
He's progressing quick.
Danny Rick's getting replaced for Liam Lawson this week.
Is he?
It was always due to happen, I think, at some point in the season, but because he's been rubbish. I love Danny Rick, but it's a bit like, come on, mate. You know what I mean?
Back it in now.
What else has been happening? Just like interesting stat, Adrian Newey. There's like all this stuff about him now being an Aston Martin employee and all that, right? Adrian Newey's hourly rate after leaving Red Bull, £4,500 an hour.
Is it an hour? I thought it was a minute.
It's an hour, mate. £4,500 an hour.
Yeah.
Is his new hourly rate after leaving Red Bull.
Holy crap.
That's crazy.
And he's not even doing it for the money.
No, it's just like an added bonus.
There's been so much press as well. He's like appearing here, appearing there, jumping in and out of Valkyries and stuff like that. So fair play. But yeah, loads of stuff going on. All the MotoGP seats are all confirmed as well now for next year.
MotoGP, the Aston Martin motorbike.
That looks
ridiculous. Jesus Christ, that absolute out and out racing bike.
Honestly, it's like the whole Aston Martin everywhere. There's some footage of Damon Hill and Laia Block hammering it's two Bentleys. So like the whole this whole luxury brand thing now. It's like because Aston are in the press so much. I think everyone else like jumping on the bandwagon.
Hang on a minute.
Exactly. So
Rolls Royce.
they've got David and Laia Black, like two opposite ends of the spectrum so far as like racing drivers concerned. Both of them just banging around in a pair of Bentleys, like treating them real bad. You know what I mean? Like Laia Black taking after a dad drifting. It's like like a small warship on wheels.
Straight
Cool.
So all good.
Yeah.
Sound. Yeah. So you you on a bit of a mission today, weren't you?
Been on a bit of a mission today. Last minute call. Thanks to Nick Misen and the team.
Friends of the show.
The people down at the Zip World. Michelle just was like, right, Sam. So Nick's doing some promotional photography and some videos and stuff for Zip World. He's their chosen media guru.
Social media, yeah.
He's just a fabulous photographer. Do you know what I mean? And Chap is on the video as well. So we need some people to go and do these rides, and so we can video them and like look happy and what have you. So to like get there.
Boom, free pass.
Well, that just coming around the park all day. Well, that sound, yeah, why not? So tracked off down to Betsy Cohen, hour and a half, like easy, straight down the 55, no traffic, bosh. You know what I mean? Straight in there. Dead sound. All the staff were really friendly. Videoed us like walking in from the car park, like pointing at the trees and all that lot, doing the waivers, like signing on, getting tickets and all that lot. And then went on the rides on the attraction. So there's this vertical drop thing called Plummet, which is just basically a 100-foot tower with a fall arrest system on it. You clip onto it, the floor falls away, and you plummet. But it's kind of weird. Like second one I did, it stops you at ground level, so you don't go boing, boing, boing. It's like that. Boom. Second one I did, I like literally did full Tony Stark Iron Man on landing like that. You know what I mean? Like, well, yeah, really, really good. Had a great time, super exciting. Went on the Sky Ride, which is like a 80-foot swing. You know what I mean? It's massive. And you end up sitting on it, but like the front of you is just like this big padded bar thing. And you kind of lean on it and they strap you in from the back. And then as it goes up, you end up like lying forwards, like completely 90 degrees.
How many are on that ride?
It's five.
Five at the same time.
It's five on the swing. Yes, you get dragged up there and you're like, I had the thing to release it. Do you know what I mean? Like that. Making everybody like, whoa. Right, I'll count you down. 3, 2, pulled the thing, went on 2. And you just like swing through the forest over the car park, looking into the Snowdonian Valley. It's really
beautiful.
You slide then it slows down, jump off. So we had a couple of goes on the Plummet, and then they very kindly opened the coaster for us. So we had a couple of goes on the forest coaster, which you think like, oh, little tiny coaster, not going to be. Honestly, it's like go-karts. So because it's like quite small one-man thing, and you're in the forest with the trees close.
Just that fast.
It feels really fast, and you've got your own brakes. So it's like that. Well, I really need that. They're certainly not going to design this.
What do we call it? The pussy lever.
Pussy levers, right? So they're not going to design this to actually allow the possibility for someone to not brake top to bottom. You know what I mean? Because like lawsuits and all that. But yeah, fabulous day. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, the people at Zip World. The Halloween thing coming up looks totally awesome.
Things just jumping out
really cool. So we might have an opportunity to go and further my modelling career, adventure modelling.
Put a clown wig on.
Clown wig on, yeah. I'm going to have to get me a manager and everything.
Probably.
We do Team Redline all the time. We'll have a Redline all the time out or something like that. But yeah, thank you very much. It was a great day. Had a great time. And you know, the weather was absolutely smoking.
It wasn't too bad today, was it? Yeah, it was warm.
Really
well, while you were enjoying that lovely weather in the forest, I was sweating my head off in the workshop.
So, how are you enjoying your new job then, Jack?
Yeah. So last week in the workshop, we were disassembling a slurry pump, which is a
pump for
slurry.
It's actually from Unilever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. They used to pump all the shampoo and stuff around.
Right.
So we had to disassemble it last week, keep an eye on all the parts, label them, and this week we were reassembling it. And from last week, was like, I have little faith that we're going to put this back together. Smashed out in like half a day. I was like, sound. So
that's cool.
Come lunchtime, I'm going to do a job report. I'm going to do a method statement. And I swear to God, it's down to basics. It's like, so take one step to the left, get down on your knees, get underneath the skates, use a 24mm wrench, to spanner to take off the M16 bolts and oh, listen to bloody stuff. You got to explain it like you
well, the idea is that somebody who doesn't know anything about anything should be able to turn up with a toolkit and your method statement and complete the job.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I know, but it's still the most infuriating and boring thing in the world. And I'm there trying to think of what I exactly did. You know what I mean? You did it in a team of 5 and you didn't do everything. So you know what I mean? And it's like, so what did you do? It's like,
you see, they're encouraging you to pay attention to what your teammates do.
So you don't do your own individual method statement. You've got to do a team one.
Yeah, well, usually we do have to do an individual one, but because it's just like getting the hang of it, and two of the people are only on day release for the one day, so it's like, well, why would you make them do a whole method statement for themselves? Because like they're here for one day, we're here for 5, so it's like they can do a team one, but it's like clearly is an iron team. Well, a few of them helped out, and to be fair, a few of them did like a fair decent bit, but it's like rather than doing it as a team and working on it, it's like, okay, well you two can work together and do it, while me and him take a break because we've been doing it for the last hour and a half, and then you know what I mean, swap back on, swap stuff like that. So like fair enough, we did end up doing like a fair bit of it, but
week 2 he's doing like full old man work mode anyway.
Still a lot to go. Yeah, but last week, a week ago. Sometime last week, Giavaton released his Ridgeline 5 thing, which
we watched it.
Yeah, in Engelberg, Titlis, Switzerland.
Is that where it is?
Yeah.
It looks pretty sick, to be fair. But it's, do you know, I thought, to be fair, it's like, it looks like way sick, and it's like massive respect. There's no way I'd ride a bike down
Never
there.
mind climb it with a weight on your back.
It felt a bit like the making of Ridgeline 5 rather than Ridgeline 5.
Well, is that the one where they're holding the bike and they're dropping down onto the bike?
No, that was last year's Rampage where they do the caveman.
That this week.
No.
Yeah. Well, there's been a lot of, because Rampage is coming up now, so it's like that's Seminux run from last year when he Supermaned in with a set of single crown forks, so he could do bar sprints and stuff like that. So he took slope style to Rampage. Right. But then canned it on both of his runs, didn't he? But he's the most successful rider at Rampage.
Oh yeah, it's like Rampage 7. Yeah.
Yes. Like I say, I've been just seeing a lot of that this week.
So
many, just holding the bike over there, and it's just a sheer drop, and then
he dropped the bike off.
Yeah.
He gets on the bike and he's sat and it's like...
And do you know what though, right? Someone did it the year before off a different drop. I'm trying to remember who it was. And it's a bit like, Seminuk did it, but it's a bit like, you only did it because you saw someone do it last year.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's one of those like
possible after that.
Massive respect. He did it off like probably a higher drop.
And a steeper landing probably,
but, it could have even been fucking Brandog, I can't remember who it was.
Oh, it's always bad.
But it did get premiered the year before.
No.
I think Brandog was the first one to do the battleship, wasn't he? Which was the jump on the ridge line.
Yeah, you land on the ridge and then you jump off it.
Honestly, I can't wait. Rampage will be sick this year.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely sick, man.
And then speaking of mountain bike things, we got Anytime tomorrow. It's coming out. They did a preview at Dovey.
Yeah.
A couple on the 7th.
Yeah, we were there a couple of days before, weren't we?
Yeah. No, it was like the week before, something like that. Oh no, it was that week, I think.
Yeah, we were there. We were there that week.
On the Monday or Tuesday.
We mentioned it on the show.
On the weekend. Was it the weekend? It was the weekend we went, weren't it?
No, we went during the week. I think we went on a Tuesday or a Monday.
Weren't open on a Tuesday or a Monday.
No, it was the
weekend. It was the weekend.
Was it not one of those Mondays where it was like first Monday ever we'd ridden it was? Sure it was.
It was. Anyway, we were there.
You were there that week
before. And they did a preview a couple of days later. Doesn't really matter, does it? It does to win, but you know what I mean. I've got bigger fish to fry, so. So tomorrow they are releasing Anytime on
which looks
on Red Bull TV. It's had such a big production. It's like a movie type thing. Some of the rider names, you've got Brett Reeder, Emil Johansson, Cade Edwards, and Vinnie Armstrong. There's like a load
of
girls
as well. Tony Seagraves in there.
Don't think she is. Check the rider list. She's not on there.
Oh,
I'm sure Tony was it.
Nah, there's a few people. Honestly, there's like a lot of people.
She's in the trailer.
There might be a couple clips of her, but I don't think she's like.
Because they have featured quite a lot of female riders in it. Equal footing.
I'll read out the list later, but
which is cool.
There's a load. But so that's coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned. What else we got? We've got to do this quite quick. We've got lots to talk about. So on the topic of bikes, my dad's getting a new bike.
So we discussed this last week. We discussed this last week. And do you know what was funny, right? Poddy went out for, Thursday night, Friday morning. I got a phone call off his dad Friday morning, who's obviously watched the Poddy and gone, like that, no, Cole's right, Cole, because he was going, no, more downhill, and I'm like that, well, you know, he's older, and he's like, you know what I mean, what bike should he get? So he's gone for a remedy. He's gone for a remedy now.
2022 Remedy 8.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty good bike.
Pretty good bike, be a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for the comment.
Bike. Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody's commented!
Yeah. He always watches, you know what I mean? He always watches it. Yes, big up to the sponsors.
Like and subscribe. You can even share as well, I guess.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah.
So, little break from bikes.
Okay, moving swiftly on.
Astrology.
Yeah, it's coming back this week. This is a strong feature. I like this feature.
I do. I like it.
Let's get it up.
Quick mention to Vinny Giggs as well. Whilst he's doing, whilst he's reading his star charts.
Yeah, to see him. This is where he's been. He's building villas in Turks and Caicos.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Have you seen any of that this week? Oh my God, you should see these villas. He was walking around showing a huge plot of land that he's got where he's building villas. These are only like the $2 or $3 million villas that I'm building, but down there, right on the beach, I'm building $5 million villas. This is unbelievable, mate.
Loving your work, mate.
Yeah,
loving your work, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, star sign.
Scorpios.
This is for you.
An exciting adventure awaits you.
Ooh, that's
something to look forward to.
Absolutely. Yes. I'm a
Virgo.
So, if you haven't got it, just fake it.
Go on. Oh my God, it's like it knows.
There you go.
You haven't got it.
You're Aries, aren't you?
Aries.
Yes, Aries.
Look in the mirror without admiring your reflection. I can't fucking do that. I'm sorry.
What, look in the mirror?
Look in the mirror and admire it.
Just get the top of your head.
These are miles better than chippy ones. These ones, mate. Miles
Star
better.
sign?
Pisces.
Pisces, this is for you.
The fish. It may be difficult, but it will be worth it in the end.
There you go.
Really
ones.
Wow. Strong ones. Loving it.
But yeah, back onto bikes.
So,
our good friend Simon Rowe.
Oh, big sigh.
He was at studio with
Hamdog,
yeah, I was going to say John Dog, but yeah, big Hamdog. And he managed to get a second place on the black.
That's not bad. Though.
Yeah, it's like
he's got second place e-bike time.
Yeah, e-bike time. But I saw it, I was like, it's actually, looking pretty fast.
I'm not surprised we've been putting some laps in,
They've been there like
Thursday
recently.
Club.
Yeah.
Well, I think,
and then on the Saturdays as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Si's been off work this week, so
exactly.
Fair play to you.
Managed to get a second place, so big up to you, friend of the show.
Yeah, two friends of the show. Defo has to get Hamdog on, and I don't know how we're going to get Si on the show, but
bring the show to him.
That's not a bad idea. All we need is actually a mobile phone and a microphone. You've got on the road, mate.
Exactly. But yeah, so we are almost at the conclusion.
Yeah. From Troddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's all good. He's all good. He commented about the show. He watched the show. He said it was a good show, but you sounded all muffled.
Well, that was that.
The microphone was messed up last week.
Yeah,
it wasn't actually that.
It was me. I set it up.
But there you go. Yeah, he's all good.
Should be fine.
Yeah. So I've got one final question for you. Bottle caps.
Bottle caps
that I've attached to the bottle. Are they worth it?
Nope.
As you can see from my statement before, I had a bottle of Coke, and no, I don't, because it's in a glass. So you know what my answer is?
Yeah, them attachable bottle tops.
Well, I honestly, they don't particularly bother me.
I can see why they're doing it.
Concern me.
I can see why they're doing it.
It's ironic that at one point you couldn't recycle your bottle cap and your bottle in the same place. Yeah. And now you can't not to recycle your bottle cap and your bottle in the same place.
It's attached.
It's attached. I get it, because people are screwed out and chuck them away, right? So I get it.
Or you lose your bottle cap.
It's recycling together.
But like, I bet you anybody, if it's still in a nightclub situation, they'll still take the bottle cap off. Just so that you have to spill it everywhere.
Unless you pay a $5 for them.
That's no good.
Yeah.
No, they're no good.
So, that was it.
Well,
he should drive more often.
He should, shouldn't
he? Yeah. Whip through it.
With the big moving swiftly arms.
Well.
Yeah. So thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah, thank you. Thank me.
Thanks for watching or listening.
Absolutely.
Or even if you just had us on in the background. Thanks.
Absolutely. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, let us know you're watching. You know what I mean? We like positive reinforcement.
This is it.
Yeah. And until next time,
keep it Redline.
And that's how you finish a show, Carl.
I like padding, waiting for his moment. And until next time.